Have you ever wondered why suffering is an inherent part of our lives? It's a question as old as humanity itself. Suffering, in all its forms, is a universal human experience. It weaves its way through every life, every story, every heartbeat. Throughout the ages, we've sought answers, we've sought relief, we've sought understanding. We've looked to the stars, to the gods, to each other, yet suffering persists. The pain of loss, the sting of failure, the gnawing emptiness of unfulfilled desires. These are the threads that bind us all, the common language that every soul speaks. Yet, amidst the cacophony of confusion and despair, a beacon of hope shines, a wisdom ancient and profound, whispering promises of a path to transcend this suffering. This wisdom, rooted in the heart of the East, has guided seekers for millennia, offering a way out of the labyrinth of pain. But what if I told you there's an ancient wisdom that promises a way to overcome suffering? In the heart of Buddhism lies an enlightening perspective on suffering, known as the Four Noble Truths. These truths unravel the complex tapestry of human suffering and offer a path towards peace and liberation. Let's delve into these truths. The first truth is dukkha, the acknowledgement that suffering exists. It's not a pessimistic view, but a realistic understanding of the world. Life as we know it is filled with a spectrum of experiences, and not all of them are pleasant. We experience physical pain, emotional turmoil, and even the subtle dissatisfaction of things not being quite as we'd like. This is dukkha, the inherent unsatisfactoriness of life. Next comes samudaya, the second truth, which identifies the cause of suffering. It isn't the external circumstances that cause us pain, but our attachment to them. Our desires, cravings, and aversions fuel this attachment. It's like constantly trying to hold on to water. The more we grasp, the more it slips away, causing us distress. The third truth, nirodha, brings a spark of hope. It asserts that suffering can cease. It's possible to break away from the cycle of craving and aversion that binds us. Imagine a life where we are no longer slaves to our desires, where peace isn't just a fleeting moment, but a constant state of being. This is the promise of nirodha. Finally, there's magga, the fourth truth, which outlines the path leading to the cessation of suffering, known as the Noble Eightfold Path. It's a practical guide, not a mystical secret, that shows us how to live mindfully, ethically, and with wisdom. It's like a compass, guiding us through the wilderness of life towards a state of liberation and inner peace. These truths are not just philosophical ideas, they are practical guidelines for living. They invite us to look deeply at our lives, acknowledge our suffering, understand its root cause, and bravely walk the path that leads to its end. In doing so, we don't just learn about life, we learn how to live. So, how exactly do we walk this path that leads to the cessation of suffering? Well, the Noble Eightfold Path, as proposed by Buddha, is essentially a practical guideline to ethical and mental development, leading to the end of suffering. It's not a linear journey, but rather a dynamic course of action that requires constant engagement and mindfulness. Let's start with the first category, wisdom. This embraces two elements, right understanding and right thought. Right understanding refers to seeing things as they truly are, not as we perceive them to be. It's about recognizing the impermanence of life, the cause of suffering, and the way to end it. On the other hand, right thought means thinking in a way that is free from ill will and cruelty. It involves the cultivation of loving kindness and compassion, fostering a mindset that cherishes equanimity and goodwill. Moving on to the second category, ethical conduct. This encompasses right speech, right action, and right livelihood. Right speech is about speaking truthfully, kindly, and helpfully. It's about avoiding lies, divisive talk, harsh words, and idle chatter. Right action, meanwhile, encourages us to behave responsibly and ethically, refraining from actions that harm ourselves and others. This includes avoiding stealing, killing, and misconduct in sensual pleasures. Lastly, right livelihood is about choosing a job or career that doesn't harm others and is in line with our ethical values. The final category is concentration, which includes right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Right effort is about directing our energy towards the cultivation of wholesome qualities and the elimination of unwholesome ones. It's a balanced approach to spiritual development where we avoid both excessive strain and laziness. Right mindfulness means being fully aware of what is happening within and around us in the present moment. It's about observing our bodies, feelings, thoughts, and phenomena without judgment or distraction. Finally, right concentration is about developing the mental focus necessary for deep meditation. It's about steadying, composing, unifying, and concentrating the mind, typically through practices like mindfulness of breathing. The Noble Eightfold Path is not a set of rules to follow blindly. Rather, it's a set of guidelines to help us develop wisdom, ethical conduct, and concentration. It's about becoming more mindful and aware, making choices that are beneficial to ourselves and others, and cultivating a deep sense of peace and understanding. Remember, each step along this path is interconnected, supporting and influencing the others. It's not about perfecting one step before moving on to the next. It's about embracing the journey as a whole, continually growing and learning along the way. Following this path is a journey, not a destination. It's about transforming the way we perceive and interact with the world. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. We've journeyed through the heart of ancient Buddhist teachings, exploring the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path. These aren't just abstract concepts, but practical tools for navigating life's ups and downs. The Four Noble Truths speak to the universality of suffering, its origin, its cessation, and the path leading to its end. The Noble Eightfold Path, on the other hand, provides a roadmap for ethical living, right understanding, intent, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. These teachings invite us to confront our suffering head-on and transform it into a catalyst for growth and understanding. They encourage us to live mindfully, ethically, and compassionately. So, let's not just learn about these teachings, but strive to embody them. Let's walk this path together, embracing every moment, every challenge, and every joy. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. In overcoming suffering, that first step is understanding.